Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TeamWorks. It's your very first TeamWorks session. How exciting is that? I hope you're as excited as I am. And just to add to the excitement, it's happening on Halloween. Yes, on Halloween. One of the kids' favorites, as you guys know, and for some adults, it's your favorites too. One of your favorite holidays as well. But anyway, let's talk about what's getting ready to happen on that kickoff session. So just to give you a little forewarning, it might be a little chaotic, but it'll be organized chaos. But just to give you some forewarning so that you listen up and you're a little flexible and patient and just have some fun. Let your coordinator take over and just hang out with the kids and have a good time. So what are we going to do in our first kickoff session? Well, of course, you want to get to know your kids and they're going to want to get to know you. So we're going to start off with 2 fun name games. The first name game is called the motion name game. Again, the motion name game. And again, it's about trying to remember and get acquainted with each other. And of course, we want to start off with knowing each other's name, so we don't have to resort to, hey, you. So here's how it goes. You're going to stand in a circle. So your kids are going to come into the room. They're going to find their teams. You'll get introduced by your program coordinator. You'll go sit with your kids on your team. And then right off the bat, when we start kicking off the activities, you'll start with the motion name game. You'll stand up, you'll be standing in a circle, and basically you're going to go around in a circle, clockwise, counterclockwise, however you see fit, but in a circle. You're going to move around and introduce yourself. When you introduce yourself, you have to do a motion. So, for example, I would go, I'm William, and then I would be done. So the next person will now introduce me. So you're only introducing whoever introduced you. So the next person would be, let's say it's Kia, and she goes, this is William, and I'm Kia, and that's basically it. So you just go around and have everyone introduce the person who introduced them, and then they introduce themselves, and so on, and so on, and so on. And that's pretty it. It's the motion name game. We actually already kicked off this activity at another school. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. The kids really took it seriously, and they started doing some serious dance moves. But it was a lot of fun. So that's the motion name game. The next one, you'll still be in your circle, and now we're going to test everybody out and see if everybody remembered everybody's name. So you'll get someone will be kind of it, tag, you're it. Someone will stand in the middle, and while they're in the middle of the circle, they're going to just point to any individual they want on the team, right? They might go, hey, you. And then they're going to call out a direction, left or right. So the person in the middle will call it a direction, left or right. And that person who they said, hey, you, to your right, they have to say the person's name to their right. Or if that person's, hey, you, the person to your left, they have to say the name of the person on the left. And that's pretty simple. Now, if they get it incorrect, they swap and they come into the middle, they become the caller. So for every right answer, everything stays the same. When there's a wrong answer, wrong name called out, then they do a swap and the person goes in the middle and they become the caller. You'll do a couple of rounds of that, just to make sure that everybody knows their name, have some fun with it, and then you're done with those 2 name games. Now, I promise you, you're going to do getting more acquainted with your kids when you go out to session, but this is just to get things going. So when you do the next fun competitive activities, you guys aren't saying, hey, you, what's your name again? All right? So what are the fun activities? That's my favorite part. The Halloween activities. If you're a returning mentor, you probably remember Build a Santa, which we usually do in the holidays. Well, guess what? For Halloween, we're going to do Build a Witch. Build a Witch, and it's pretty simple. You're going to find one of your students. You'll have one of your students be your witch, and we're going to have a contest with it. Be your witch, and we're going to give you construction paper and tape and yarn and all kinds of things. So here's, for example, we kind of preset it. This is our little witch hat made with construction paper. We put a little ghost on it to make it a little spookier, because it's real spooky, right? And then we've even got some hair, We didn't pick black, brown, red, or blonde, but we gave you purple because it's a witch. Our witch is a little crazy. And then we also made a little broom. My witch had a broom. And then my favorite little thing we did, because every witch has a wart or a mole, but we made a little mole. So you'll dress one student to be a witch, and you put a little mole, a little hat, and a little broom, and it's a witch. All right, so you have extra construction paper to do all kinds of, I know this is silly. to do some fun stuff. You can make a cape, a collar, or whatever. Or, you know, guess what? I'm telling my age. I'm referencing an old school witch. Kids might want to do a Harry Potter witch, and that would be really cool. So that's Build a Witch, all right? And then we'll have a little contest to see who had the best witch, and by audience applause, and so on and so forth. So that's Build a Witch. All right, your next one is a team competition. You'll have students line up in a straight line. Again, your coordinator will run the rules of this, but it's pretty simple. We're going to blow up a balloon. You're going to tie your balloon up. And if you want, you can put a little face on it. I'm going to make mine a little ghost. Kind of looks like the screen character. But in any event, do a little balloon, draw a little face, and this one's called Ghost Waiter Relay. Ghost Waiter Relay. One by one, the students, you'll have your student in the first line, and what they have to do is run to the opposite side of the room. Again, they're going to run to the opposite side of the room with this little floaty balloon, all right? If the balloon drops, they have to start over. So it's almost like the egg race, where you put an egg on a spoon and you run across the room and try not to drop the egg. Same principle, except this is a ghost waiter. So your students are the waiter, and they're taking a ghost to the opposite side of the room, and if it falls, they got to pick it up and go start back over. Pretty simple, Ghost Waiter Relay. And then last but not least, one of my favorites, because I love playing with toilet paper. I don't, but this one is fun to play with the toilet paper. And wow, this is quality toilet paper, as you can see here. This one's pretty simple. Kind of very similar to the Ghost Waiter Relay, kind of similar to the Witch. You're going to tie both concepts together, but you're going to pick one student and you're going to wrap them from head to toe in toilet paper and make them look like a mummy. So from head to toe, all the way around, all over their body, blah, 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 and they're going to look like a little mummy. And then they're going to have a race, and they're going to race to the finish and try not to break the toilet paper, and the first student to reach the end wins. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are your Halloween activities. So don't forget, have fun, lots of fun with your kids, get involved, be a part of the races. Maybe you could be the witch, maybe you could be the mummy, but have a good time with your kids. And then after that, will be your first session in your classrooms, and then, you guys can really get better acquainted with each other. Well, happy Halloween, and welcome, welcome, welcome to TeamWorks. It's Will signing out.